So today's class, we're going to start, we're going to work on beholding the self. Beholding the self. And I have got some video to have you listen to, which was Anand. I did talk to Courtney at Hanuman Academy, and she gave us her permission for me to share 1 to 2 minute snippets of Anand's brilliance. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's come to a seat on our mat, grabbing a block. If you like, I just threw a block at her mat. And I'd like you to start just dropping down into a centered space. And there's Keek, my old lady kitty. She had a spectacular barf last night. My pets are so old. They're so old. Oh, I love them so much, but oh, they're high maintenance. So feel yourself dropping down into this moment. Hands are on the knees. And Anodea Judith, I knew Judah wasn't right, Judith talks about beholding the self, where we just say, with the eyes closed, just say, I am here. When you say, I am here, how does that land with you? How does that feel? I am here. Just really starting to connect with the heart space. Beholding the self. Beholding the self. Breathing here with the eyes closed. I am here. I am in here. And draw your attention to the heart. Beholding the self, which is so incredibly important. And let's bring our hands to the heart space, snuggle the base of the thumbs into the sternum. Nice big inhale. Kiki was meowing in with us. We were oming in, she was meowing in. So I invite you to come to standing at the head of the mat. I'm going to show you some video with Anand. And again, this is from the Path to Radical Self-Mastery, if you're newer to my class. And that's given by Hanuman Academy. So thank you so much to Hanuman for their willingness to share this with us. So while we're listening to this video, and we're only going to listen to it for about 2 minutes, I invite you to take just a really nice, easy Surya Namaskar breath. I'm bringing only one arm up because I got my phone in my other hand, and then bringing the hands down. So standing at the head of the mat, and just taking a really nice, easy, and if you want your arms just to go up and then back to the heart space, that's brilliant. Or you can fold forward as you listen to these words. And it's about beholding the self, which was nice because I was reading about it in Anodea Judith, and then Anand starts talking about it, and I was like, so perfect.
Arjuna. Okay. But you are internally, consciously not feeding this. You're not feeding it. You're not engaging on the level of your consciousness in the complexities of humanity. You are consciously choosing not to engage in the insanity of humanity anymore. You don't feel compelled to join the insanity theater. As long as you don't have your Anahata chakra, the lower chakras are imbalanced and the Anahata is not available, you will feel compelled to join the insanity theater, you see. Are you aware of what I'm saying to you? We see that there is a seduction there. We human beings get, because why? Nobody's at home. They need to run away from themselves. And so when there is all this theatrical, toxic environment, when we don't have ourselves at home, we have not developed that capacity, we run. Because we need to run away from ourselves. We feel lonely at home. But when the anahata starts to get awakened, you come home to yourself and you're not lonely. Why? Because you have discovered love. You're experiencing love as you close your eyes right now, and you are not imbalanced anymore. As you have developed that capacity, you close your eyes right now. How can you feel lonely? The totality is plugged into you. Don't you see that? The universe is breathing through you right now. Don't you feel you are the heart of existence? That heartbeat inside your body is the heartbeat of totality. Through you, the existence experiences itself back. So it is paramount importance we cultivate the heart more, we live through the heart more. We must develop devotional practices. We must cultivate devotion to be in a state of receptivity. We must take time in our life to really acknowledge the flow of love, acknowledge the flow of grace in our life.
There you go. So Anand, talking about, let me go ahead and get our music started. So still being at the head of the mat and bringing those arms up overhead and then arms down to the heart space. Breathing here. Let me get our music started. So his comment, as you're continuing to flow here, his comment of, it might feel scary to go home. And when he talks about going home, he's obviously talking about connecting to the heart, right? He refers to the heart as our home. And he says it's scary to go home because there's no one there. There's no one home. So how does that land with you? How does that land with you when it comes down to experiencing this? Okay, inhaling the arms up. And then let's exhale, dive down. Okay, folding down, release the head, relax the head, and just drop down into this awareness of your heart space. I am in here. I'm here. How does that feel? Another breath. Inhale. Inhale, come on up halfway, flat back. Exhale, come on down. And then let's step our right leg back. And as you're thinking about what Anand said, hands frame the foot, pouring energy down the right leg, out the heel, and drop the knee. You might start thinking about, how do I run away? How do I run away from myself? Right? How do I, and those can be the ways that we distract ourselves. Maybe it's through addiction. Maybe it's through an eternal need to be busy. That's mine. That's mine. I'm getting better. Set those hips back, toes stay down on the left. And it's almost like it's a distraction. It's a distraction from the feeling of emptiness. It's a distraction from, as Anand says, there's no one home at the heart, right? You don't feel comfortable going home to the heart because you might feel like yourself isn't worthy. Breathing here into this hip release. Exhale, the back toes rise up, folding over the leg. Having that feel really good in the back of the leg. And then inhale forward. Walk the hands forward, shoulders down, the back. Breathing, feeling the heart open. And just asking yourself the question, what would it look like for me to behold the self? Behold myself. What would that look like? What would that feel like? Another breath. Curl those back toes under, ground the hands, and step it back down, dog. Walk your dog out, head hangs heavy. Plugging those hands into the mat. Tailbone settling down. Another breath. And then step that right foot forward. Coming into your high runner's lunge. Breathing here. It's taking me a while to get our music going. And then drop that knee, low runner's lunge. All right, there we go. Set those hips back. Toes stay down. And then inhale forward. And then exhale it back again. Toes rise up. There we go. Folding over the leg. And inhale forward. So with this beholding of the self, what's really helpful again is to just get a sense for the ways that you might distract yourself from this uncoupling is the word that comes to mind. It's a little bit awkward. Inhale forward. And I've mentioned a few already. Addiction. Addiction to food, addiction to shopping, addiction to alcohol, drugs, keeping yourself really, really, really busy. Like, oh, I'm important. Oh, I've got so much to do, so much on my plate, right? Step that left foot forward, coming into your forward fold. What is it that, is your path to keeping yourself distracted? And can we set those habits aside and just feel safe enough, feel okay with beholding the self? Inhale, arch up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release. And inhale those arms all the way up. Beholding the self. Feel yourself, your arms opening up. Beholding the self. I am in here. Arch open. And as he said, when we come home to ourselves, when we truly come home to ourselves, it is the least alone feeling we'll ever have, because we'll know that we are totality. It connects us to our connection to the divine. Inhale those arms up and exhale down. To divine or to source or to spirit, whatever words speak to you, whatever aligns with your belief system. Inhale, arch up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release. And step it back into your down dog. So feeling into the heart, And you know, as I was thinking about this class, glide forward, plank pose, I was thinking, you know, we went through that inner child series a few months ago. Exhale back up to your down dog. So as you think about beholding the self, maybe connecting with the inner child is what will resonate with you. Inhale forward, plank pose. Stacking bone on bone, beautiful flat back heart, tuck the tail, feel the strength. And then exhale it back. So maybe as you think about beholding the self, you think about, you know, you're just your purest self. And maybe that's you as a child. Inhale forward. Breathing in. Plugging into your strength, plugging into this belief that you can do this. You are safe. You are safe. It's okay for you to open up your heart in order to behold the self, which is so beautiful. Exhale back. Flip that right leg back and up. Stretch it up. Reach it up. Roll the foot on the ankle. And step it forward. Coming into your Vira 1. Take your time. Set your feet. And float up. You can take your Hridaya Mudra. That's been our mudra of this series. It's when you roll the index finger in like it's a little snail. You roll it in like that. And then you bring your middle finger and your ring finger to touch the thumb. Well, there you go. Don't my nails look nice? Burnett did my nails. She's an artist. Breathing here in your Hridaya Mudra, in your Virabhadrasana 1, opening the heart. Feeling like what it would feel like to just be able to see the self with loving compassion. Another breath. Straighten that leg. Glide forward. Arms go back like airplane wings. Softening that knee. Coming down into your pyramid. And then maybe the hands come down onto the mat or the hands come onto the shin. You can also put the hands on the hip points. Long edges of the feet parallel to long edges of the mat. Okay? Hips or feet are hip width apart. So if you have two blocks, that can be really sweet. And keep gliding that left hip forward, right hip back. Soften the right knee just a little bit. Let the head hang heavy. Another breath. Soften that right knee. Walk the hands forward. Again, put your hands on blocks if you need a little bit of height. And then step off into your standing split, bringing the knee down, the nose down towards the knee. Another breath. Bend that leg, step it back. Let's turn the foot, so we're in Anjaneyasana. So we're coming into high crescent. Shoulders down the back. Breathing here. Bring the hands to the heart space and then twist open. So the left hand goes to the front of the mat, the right hand goes back. Breathing. Inhale the hands to the heart space. And again, twist open to the right. One more breath. And then hands come down, either side of the foot. Step it back down, dog. Let's come down into our child's pose. That sounds good. I like it. I'm turning on my fan because I'm hot. Child's pose. Widen the knees, touch the toes, sit back. And again, Connect with the heart space and say to yourself, I am in here, coming home to the heart, beholding the self, feeling your connection to totality, to the divine, to source, to the universe. Breathing, another breath. And then walk those hands forward. Plug the hands in, curl the toes, lift the hips. Down dog. Head hangs heavy. Roll your head out. And then flip that left leg back and up. Stretch it up, reach it up. Step it forward. Coming into Virabhadrasana 1, you can take your Hridaya Mudra again. Rolling the index finger in. Thumb touches the middle finger and the ring finger. Pinky extends. As you extend and open the heart, breathing here. Another breath. And then straighten that leg. Set your feet for pyramid. Soften the left knee a little bit. Arms can go back like airplane wings as you fold down. This takes a little bit of balance, so nice drishti, nice focused gaze. And then you can bring the hands down. Maybe onto the shin or the thigh or onto blocks. Keep squaring the left hip back, the right hip forward. Soften the left knee. The leg should be mostly straight, but we don't want to hyperextend the knee. Folding down, surrendering down, releasing down. Looking into the heart space, maybe seeing the inner child and saying, I see you. I see you. Breathing here. Another breath. Step off onto that left foot. Coming into standing split. So walk those hands forward. Maybe hands are on blocks. Float the leg up. Folding over the leg. Aiming the nose towards the knee. Another breath. And then step that foot back. Coming into Anjaneyasana. So the heel is up on the right side. Floating up. Taking your Hridaya Mudra again. Shoulders down. Open the heart. And then twist open to the left. Left arm goes back. Right arm goes forward. And then inhale, lift. And then twist open. Left arm goes back, right arm goes forward. And then inhale the arms up. Open the heart. Exhale those hands down. Down dog. Come on down. Oh, I left my iPad over there. I'm like, where are my comments? Where are my... Breathing here in your down dog, and then come on down into child's pose. Widen the knees, touch the toes, sit down. Forehead comes down. All right. And breathing here and thinking again about coming home. Coming home. Coming home to the heart, beholding the self. This is the foundation for us opening our heart chakra, beholding the self. Breathing, another breath, and then gently walking those hands up, coming on to the knees. And let's do our Tibetan flow. We haven't done that yet for this series. So let's inhale those arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale. Walk, bring those hands forward. I have a tendency when I'm not mindful to almost fall forward, so go slow so that as you bring those arms forward, you're melting down into your puppy dog stretch. And really feel the press of the hands as you open up the heart, open up the underarms. Maybe the forehead is on a block. Maybe the forehead comes down to the mat. Another breath. And then from here, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm pulling a blank on the Tibetan Sun Salute. It's been a while since we've done it. What do we do next? What do we do? What do we do? I've forgotten. That's okay. We're going to riff. Inhale, come on, up. And then, oh, I remembered. Bring the hands behind the hips. The camel is part of the Sun Salute, the Tibetan Sun Salute. So hands really support the sacrum, trying to keep yourself as perpendicular as possible from the knee up to the hip point, and just opening into your camel. This is the first camel. We'll do this a few rounds. So be gentle and be slow. Okay? Opening the heart. And if you have any neck issues, you can totally bring the chin down towards the chest. And then release. Inhale those arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale those hands down. Coming into your puppy dog stretch. And this might feel a little bit weird. We're going to inhale into our cat. That's where the Tibetan Sun Salute is a little bit different than our normal flow. So we're inhaling into our cat. And then we're exhaling into down dog. Drop those knees. Inhale, lift into our calf. And arch into your cat. Inhale, lift into your cow. And exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale up into your Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, come down into your puppy dog stretch. Melt the heart down. Forehead comes down. Breathing here. And again, inhale into your cat. And exhale, plug the hands in, curl the toes, lift the hips down, dog. Drop those knees. Inhale up into your Urdhva Hastasana. And then the hands come to the hips. And lifting yourself back, opening the heart, blossoming the heart open in your camel. So maybe the tops of the feet are on the earth. Maybe you're curling the toes under. Maybe you're starting to reach back for the heels. Not. Listen to the body. Listen to the body. No one can see you. Listen to your body. Opening the heart. And then release. And exhale, come on down. Coming into your puppy dog stretch. Opening up. This is Anahatasana. Anahata being the heart space. So feel yourself really breathing into the heart here, pressing. This is so incredibly good for our immune system, really feeling the stretch through the underarms, stimulating the lymph nodes. And then curl those toes, lift the hips, down dog. Exhaling. Head hangs heavy. Drop those knees. Inhale, lift into your cow. And exhale, arch into your cat. Inhale up into your Urdhva Hastasana. And last one, come on back into camel. So if you want to take full camel, you can reach back and drop the left hand onto the left heel, curling those toes under if you need a little bit more height. And you reach back and catch the right hand on the right heel, and then just open. And make sure that the hip points are forward. And then roll out of it. Going slow. Walk those hands forward, allowing the spine to just normalize. Take your time. And then come on down into your Anahatasana. Curl the toes, lift the hips down, dog. Head hangs heavy. Right. Another breath. Just feeling your heart opening. Beholding the self. Beholding the self. Another breath. Float that right leg back and up. Stretch it up. Roll the foot on the ankle and step it forward. Taking your time, float up into your Vira 1, taking Videha Mudra if you'd like. And then step off into your tree, Vrikshasana. So with Vrikshasana, a little bit of a bend in that right knee. And then we're taking our foot anywhere on the leg that suits you except the side of the knee. It's the only place we don't want it. Okay? And then our arms are out. So the knee goes out to the side. The left knee goes out to the side as we really ground down into that right leg. And feel yourself grounding down into trust. Grounding down into this sense of, I can open my heart. I can behold myself just as I am. Another breath. And then step it back in your Vira 1. Arms reach up. Again, opening the heart. Feel yourself open. Straighten the leg. And glide down. And then inhale, lift. Bending that knee, coming back into your Vira 1. So straightening the leg, folding down, and then inhaling up as if it's a big circle, a mandala. And exhale as you go down, inhale as you lift. And then hands frame the foot, come on down. Down dog, head hangs heavy. Close the eyes, roll the eyes up and in. Breathing into the heart. Saying, I am in here. Another breath. Float that left leg back and up. Stretch it up, reach it up. Roll the foot on the ankle. Step it forward. Coming into your Warrior 1. Taking Videha Mudra if you'd like. Opening the heart. Another breath. And then step off into your Vrikshasana. Catching your foot anywhere that it serves you. Making sure that the knee is out to the side. Grounding down through that left leg. Feeling yourself opening up, trusting, rooting down into your sense of trust in the universe. Trust that the universe has got your back. Another breath. Step that right foot back. Inhale up into your Vira 1. And then straighten that leg and come on down. And then we inhale as if it's a water wheel and just lift up. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come on down. And inhale, lift up. Open the heart. Hands other side of the foot. Down dog. Walk your dog out. Head hangs heavy. Right. And then let's step our right leg forward, coming into our Kapotasana. Hello to the people who I didn't say good morning to. Haley and Kato, Debbie, Davima Likirti. Cool name. Davima Likirti. And Gregory. So folding down into your pigeon pose, Kapotasana. So here, maybe being on your forearms, if that's where your pigeon is today. You can also grab your block. You know, if you need to have a bit of height, putting your forehead on your block, closing the eyes, rolling the eyes up and in, have this stimulating the pineal gland. If you can come on down, you can come down onto the mat, breathing into that right hip. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Going inside. Remembering that no chakra is an island. They're all connected. So as we open up our second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, as we stimulate the sixth chakra, Anya chakra, we're using these to fuel the opening of the heart, blossoming the heart open as we behold the self. Another breath. And then walk those hands up. Beautiful back bend. Settling the right hips down and swing that left leg around. So now we're coming into our half Lord of the Fishes pose. So this bottom leg, as I say to you all the time, isn't so important. So if you're really leaning over to the right, straighten the bottom leg because we want our hips to be evenly grounded. This is my left leg. I'm wrapping my right arm around my left leg and I'm twisting to the left. Breathing here. Don't fight the breath. Allow the breath to come from the belly. And if you'd like to deepen the pose a little bit, you can bring the arm across, but just be really gentle as you twist open. Bringing out the internal organs. And then a gentle counter twist in the opposite direction. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana, or gracious pose. This was originally called gracious pose, which I've forgotten the Sanskrit for. Baddha Konasana means cobbler pose. Another breath. And then however you want to get into pigeon on the other side, the left side. So if you're comfortable with just swinging that left leg forward and coming into pigeon, brilliant. If you're like me and you really prefer going into down dog, brilliant. Whatever speaks to you. Beautiful open heart. And then come on down. And again, rolling the eyes up and in. And imagine that you can see down into the heart. See the self there. Behold the self. Yourself. In all its perfection. Coming home to the heart. Breathing here. Another breath. And then walk your hands up. Open the heart. And settle down onto that left hip. And swing your leg around. Coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana on this side. So same deal. Straightening that bottom leg if you feel that you can't keep the hips evenly plugged into the earth. Wrapping the left arm around the right knee and twisting to the right. Really connecting to the breath, maybe bringing the elbow across the leg, deepening the twist, listening to the body, being gentle. And then gently counter twist. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. And breathe. Pressing the elbows into the inner thighs, so you just drop those knees down. Melting the heart forward. And then release. And come on to the back. Coming down into your Shavasana. You can hug those knees in. If there's one last pose where you're like, oh man, I wish Laura had done blah, blah, blah. Well then feel free to do blah, blah, blah now. Swinging those legs around. Massaging the sacrum. And then just release down as you feel that your practice is complete. Releasing down into your Shavasana. Feet flop open. Palms are up, allowing the arms to be heavy and relaxed. Maybe lift the shoulders up and then settle them down so the whole back heart is flat and open. Where you're like, oh man, I wish Laura had done blah, blah, blah. Well then feel free to do blah, blah, blah now. Swinging those legs around. Massaging the sacrum. And then just release down as you feel that your practice is complete. Releasing down into your Shavasana. Feet flop open. Palms are up, allowing the arms to be heavy and relaxed. Maybe lift the shoulders up and then settle them down so the whole back heart is flat and open. Feet flop open. Eyes are rolled up and in. and melt down and let go. So rather than reading a poem today while you're laying in Shavasana, I'm going to read from Eastern Body, Western Mind. Anodea Judith writes, "The beholding of self establishes a sacred relationship. To behold is not to fix, change, judge, or even want. It is simply to witness, to embrace with our awareness. In beholding the self, we witness a miraculous manifestation of divine energy living right inside us, with all its hopes and fears, joys and tears. This witnessing is the heart of the heart. It brings us to the sacred. It is the essential realization that must be present for any real healing to occur." It has been said that an unexamined life is not worth living. To enter the heart is to enter into self-reflective consciousness, a place of self-examination. This is us living an examined life. This is us living a life which is absolutely worth living. Breathing here. And then as you're ready, bringing movement back to the body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling hands on the wrists. Rolling the head on the neck. And rolling over onto the right side and just wrap your arms around yourself and just rock back and forth, sending your heart love, sending yourself love, knowing that in this time together, you've started on a path to opening your heart, connecting to the universal consciousness. And carefully press yourself up into an easy seat. Bringing the hands to the heart space, and let's yawn out. Okay. Nice big inhale.